Okay, these are two small speakers from Amazon, Bluetooth. They're almost similar in size. The other one is taller. This is the Comiso A16 C17A, and this is the EWA Audio A106 Pro. I'll put the links in the bottom. They're affiliate links, so if you do click that, I may earn a little bit of commission if you end up making a purchase or something similar. I bought this with my own money. No one asked for me for a review, but I'll just compare it anyways. I wasn't expecting much, given the size, so I just want something with me. Mainly, let's say, the bathroom or the kitchen, and listening to talk radio. So sound quality is not really a priority, but more like decent sound for the size. So I found these highly rated, especially this one here, and I think at the time of purchase is around $15. Basic Bluetooth with built-in battery. It says passive subwoofer, but I don't see it. I was actually looking for like a passive radiator. As you can see here, the button in the middle is the power, and then you have the volume up and down. Very simple. Now the EWA is even simpler with actually just the passive radiator. This is exactly what I'm looking for, and from my experience before, it does make a little difference with a fuller sound. And there's no power button. There's no volume button here, except just the power. So I'll play it side by side. I'm not sure if you're gonna hear it on the video here, but I'll give you what I think is my review. I've been using it for a couple of weeks, and I'll be returning one of them actually. So let me start with the Comiso right here. So I have my Chromebook on the side, and I have a preloaded copyright-free music. I'll put the link in there also, or the name. Okay, so let me play the music here. This is about 80 to 90%. I cannot tell based on my Chromebook, so. It actually sounds very good for its size, especially. There's a little bit of bass, a little bit of mids. I'll just kind of go through the songs here. And it does get loud for what it is. For both of them, I haven't really checked how long the battery life is, but I've been using them on and off, and so far I really haven't charged either of them. So, but let me turn this off. So now let me try the EWA A106 Pro. I'll put it in at the same volume. Again, it's hard to gauge where the volume is, but it's roughly 80 to 90%. Could be more close to 90. So this is about the same volume, and I'll place it around the same location too. Okay, I think that should be good enough. I'm not sure again if it does translate to the audio being recorded right now, but what I found is actually this has a little more bass, a good amount of bass actually, when it comes to the difference between this and the Comiso. So I'm actually keeping this because the sound tends to be a little fuller if I'm playing music. And again, I don't know if it translates there. The passive radiator works, especially if you put it on a hard surface. It basically kind of gives it more bass. This one did not make a big did not make a difference at all. There's no speaker at the bottom here. So I think if they do have it, maybe it's somewhere in the middle, which is not really designed for. I've seen speakers with passive radiators, and it's usually on the outer, on the exterior basically of the speaker, whatever that may be, the other bookshelf or this. So I'm actually keeping the EWA because I get a little bit more. This is about, I think, $19 at the time. So if you click the link, maybe you'll see the current pricing on Amazon. They do fluctuate. Any comments, questions, put them in there. I'll do my best to answer. But again, from the two, I think you cannot go wrong on either one. They do sound both good. You just get a little bit more, you know, for a couple more dollars, and I think it's worth it. And this actually is very heavy compared to this one. And I believe I forgot to mention that the material here, I think there's a lot of metal here. It's much heavier than the other one, surprisingly. So just the box itself, when I opened it, I remember feeling more weight compared to the Comiso. So yeah, they're both great. If you want a little bit more bass, I'd say spend a little bit more. Or if not, in general, look for the one with a passive radiator. This includes the small Bluetooth radios / speaker that Amazon has, the retro ones. That's how I found out about these. And they're tiny speakers, but they do work, like I said, for a small sound or a small room. Keep things in perspective. You know, this is not gonna be like for a party, but this is more like for a personal or a small space. So I think that's it. Hopefully that helps anyone decide.